Hey, who'd you talk to? What's going on? It's me, Mike Leopard King Michael, and this is my annual, final, legit New York Giants mock draft. And I know it sounds funny when I say the word mock draft. Now, last year, I had us taking both players. The year before that, I nailed the draft. I've been pretty much dead on with the Giants. I don't know, last 4 or 5 years. But I think this year in this year's draft, everyone's blowing smoke in directions that we don't need. And I think Harbaugh is going to be the guy that just goes, you know what? Let them blow the smoke. Let's blow some smoke of our own. But here's what we're going to take. Because let me just break down the New York Giants, the people that care about the New York Giants. What's wrong with the Giants? Well, I could just record myself saying the offensive line and the cornerbacks in that order. And you could go back the last 10 years and just go, yep, yeah, oh yeah, yep, yeah. I mean, we draft cornerbacks. Deontay Banks won't tackle. We drafted that other kid who went right to jail. I don't know. So, and our offensive linemen, Evan Neal, guys like that, like we're drafting them, but they're horrible. We have not had an offensive line for over 10 years. We haven't had steady cornerbacks in God knows how long. And now we're sexy Dexy over in Cincy. Hopefully DJ Reader gets signed after the draft. It has to do with cap, and we get somebody else to plug the middle. But now the defensive line is a problem. So I would say our biggest issues are, and every Giants fan should be with me on this, the offensive line, the cornerbacks, and the defensive line. We don't need wide receivers. Odell's going to sign. We have so many wide receivers in that room, right? We do not need, frilly things. However, in steps Jeremiah Love, and that makes you think. But in my heart of hearts, I mean, we already got Cam, so we'll see. So let's get the mock draft up. Get me over. All right, picking the Giants. I'm going to do the first one as a straight draft really quick. Because here's the thing. Harbaugh has pulled off a draft day trade, I think, in like 28 times over the last, I don't know how many years. So in other words, he trades all the time. So I'm going to do the first mock as if they just stayed with their picks, and this is who they took. So we get it on 7 rounds, New York Giants. Here we go, enter solo draft. All right, so as it stands, let me hide this for a second. The Raiders take Fernando Mendoza. David Bailey goes to the Jets. Arvell Reese goes to the Cardinals. And Reuben Bain Jr. goes to the Titans. Now, that's a great scenario for the Giants because on the board, if you can see to the right, Carnell Tate, Jeremiah Love, Sonny Styles, the tackle from Miami, and Caleb Downs, and Mansour the Lane. These are all guys that I would want. Like that's a starting cornerback, starting safety, starting right guard, could become a tackle, starting linebacker, another just ridiculous star of a linebacker, and then Carnell Tate. So then I look at that. You look at the trade offers. I got one trade offer from the Washington Commanders. And as a Giants fan, when the Washington Commanders call me up for a trade, I go, hello, who's this? Oh, Washington? And then I go about my business because the NFC East teams have tried to screw us for years. So I'm stuck. What do I do? Now, we don't need a running back. We don't. I don't think we do. I really don't. There's so many other places we have problems with. We don't have an offensive line. I've been saying that for over 10 years. We don't have cornerbacks. I've been saying that for over 10 years. I'm taking Jeremiah Love. And here's the problem. You got to take him because he's that big of a he could be that big of a deal. He can help out that much because certain guys, when they show up, they can cause that much of issue or a problem where you're going to get like a lot of play. So I there it is. I had to go with him. I'm going against my own thing. Now, see, here's where trades come into place. All right. The Vikings are offering us for the 10th pick, the 18th pick, the 49th pick, and the 163. Dallas is offering the 12th. Dallas can go pound sand. I'm not going to. They screwed us over in the draft when it came to, what was it? Was it Watt? No, Devonta Smith. They traded with they screwed us over. The Eagles and the Cowboys colluded against us. Now, look, that Vikings thing, that's a really good offer. What if I said, no, give me the 82. I don't want the 163. I'll give you a 4th-round pick next year. And I'll give you the 192 and 186. Oh, yeah, see, I can knock it all the way to that, and I can just fill those in, but I'm not going to do it. Like I said, I'm staying with the pick. So now I have Sonny Styles and Caleb Downs. Now, everyone's going to tell you that Caleb Downs is the safety that comes in and he changes the whole atmosphere of the defense, etc. They're also going to tell you that Sonny Styles is a freak of nature. They got him as a linebacker, but is he an edge, right? We don't quite know. And then I look and I see McCoy and Jordan Tyson. Now, the Giants love Jordan Tyson. This is where I would be afraid they would double up and go Jeremiah Love, Jordan Tyson. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take Caleb Downs with my 2nd pick. So if I can walk out of the NFL draft, right, in the 1st round with Love, and all right, so here we are in the 3rd round, or 2nd round, I'm sorry. We have the 37. They want to trade us for the 38, but no, my friend. We're not going to do that. And the reason why we're not going to do that is we're about to fill one of our problems. You got Katie McDonald, right? 6'2" and 1/8, 326 pounds, right? And you got the other guy, Christian Miller, 6'3", 321 from Georgia. Well, I'm going to take Christian Miller. So now I have a 320-pound young kid to play the defensive line. That's going to help when we sign DJ Reader. We got a running back. We're going to have Scat. We're going to have Love. We're going to have it's going to be sick. Tyrone Tracy. All right, so here we are now in round 3. It's up to our pick. On the board, you got Jonah Coleman, Darrell Jackson Jr., another defensive tackle, Elijah Surratt from a wide receiver from Indiana, Tacario Davis from Washington, Brian Parker from Duke. There's our offensive lineman right there that will stop. But you know what? Hold on a second. Let me see the heights. Tacario is 6'3". Tacario Davis, welcome to the New York Football Giants. Just took a cornerback there. Now that just solved that problem. So now I'm just really worried about the offensive line. But here's another trade. I said again, I wasn't going to do trades. We're on the board. The best offensive lineman is J.C. Davis. 6'4", 322. J.C. Davis, welcome to the New York Football Giants. Here we are in the 5th round. Going to the 6th round. And we're back on the board. Again, we're not doing trades, right? Oh, what do we got here? Oh, we got here. DeMonte Capart, 6'5", 313. Yes, sir, I'll double down on defensive tackles, and I want them both over 6'3" and both over 320 pounds. Another pick for us right here. 2 in a row. I'm going to look at the board. What do you see? A tight end. Oh, we could use a tight end. Oh, there's an offensive lineman right here. We get 2 picks in a row, don't we? So You look at Andre Fuller, 6'1", 200 pounds as a cornerback, and you think, in the 6th round, I don't know, should I take a chance on him? Should I not? And I go, you know what? I'm taking Inez Cooper, and I'm going to take Tracy Zunn. 2 inside offensive linemen that are probably better than Runyon and whoever else we think we're going to trot out at right guard. And here's my overall grade. They graded me an A-. I got an A- for the Jeremiah Love pick, a B+ for the Caleb Downs pick, an A+ for my defensive tackle, Christian Miller, a B for Tacario Davis, my cornerback, a C for my offensive tackle, an A for the next defensive tackle, a B- and a B- for my 2 interior linemen. So the New York Giants had issues, correct? Well, I'm going to bring in 2 offensive linemen that get graded as a B-, 2 interior offensive linemen. And boy, could we use just 1 offensive lineman. But if we can bring in those 2 guys, we'll find our right guard. Then, we lost Dexter Lawrence. Well, I'm bringing in Christian Miller, and I'm bringing in DeMonte Capehart, both over 6'3", both over 320 pounds. We couldn't stop the run. We've been the worst at stopping the run for years. You know what? We'll be able to stop the run with those 2 studs. And like I said, when we signed DJ Reader and we just rotate the guys we have now around, now we have gigantic bodies, which is what we need for the tush push and all that other stupidity that I want to shove down their throats. And then you say, well, my other issue was the backfield, the defensive backfield. And I'll tell you, well, okay, I got you Tacario Davis as a cornerback. He's a really big kid. You're going to love him. And by the way, at safety, Caleb Downs. So I think he'll change the culture of the defensive backfield. All right. So then what's left, Mike? I mean, you got an offensive tackle you're bringing in, 2 guards. You're bringing in 2 defensive tackles, a safety, a cornerback. That's an incredible draft. Caleb Downs, Christian Miller, Tacario Davis, J.C. Davis, DeMonte Capehart, Inez Cooper, and Trey Zune III would be an incredible draft. But guess what? Jeremiah Love is also there. So you walk out of the NFL draft. You know your problems are cornerback, defensive tackle, offensive lineman, right? It's always been, always will be. But you walk out with a safety, 2 defensive tackles, a cornerback, 3 offensive linemen. That's all the things I just talked about that you need. And then in the backfield with Cam Scatterboo and Patrick Ricard, Jackson Dart will have Jeremiah Love also behind him. Jeremiah Love comes in, gets behind Patrick Ricard. We get 3 new offensive interior linemen. I can't wait to beat the snot out of people and get back to Giants football. So if the New York Giants are listening, and I hope to God they are, this is the draft you should do. What's up, Tristan? So it's, guys, I'm hoping for tonight. I'm hoping for tonight. If we can end up with those first 3 guys right there, money in the bank, MITB. It's Mike Lepre. Good luck to the New York Football Giants. God damn it, we need it. And I wish they would just listen to me once.